The IKEA in Wembley opens at 10. By 3:47 on a Tuesday afternoon in late March, the escalator at the entrance has been running for 5 hours and 47 minutes. A woman in a charcoal wool coat rides it alone. In her left hand, a short yellow pencil. In her right, a paper card with 3 items written in blue ink. Her pace is unhurried. The lights are warm. The music is not quite music. She cannot see the exit. She has not reached the top of the escalator. At this same hour, the same escalator is rising in nearly 500 buildings. Wembley, Elmhult, Burbank, Shanghai. The woman on the Wembley escalator is one of roughly 900 million annual visitors. She does not know this. She feels alone. Alan Penn, a professor of architecture at University College London, spent years watching shoppers in the North London store a few miles from where she is now. His finding was precise. 60% of what leaves an IKEA was never on the list that entered it. The average grocery run ends in 18 minutes. Her visit will last roughly 2 hours. Something is happening in this room. She does not know the word for it. The card in her hand still says 3 items. The word for what is happening to her was coined by a man who would come to hate it. Vienna, July 18, 1903. A boy named Victor David Gruen is born into a middle-class Jewish family in a city that believes in its sidewalks. He studies architecture at the Academy of Fine Arts. He opens his own firm in 1933. At night, he performs political cabaret. March 1938, the Anschluss. Gruen boards a plane to Zurich. A steamer carries him and his wife to New York. He lands with an architect's degree, $8, and no English. He shortens his name to Gruen. He designs storefronts on Fifth Avenue. He moves to Los Angeles in 1941. October 8, 1956, Edina, Minnesota. Southdale Center opens, the first fully enclosed, climate-controlled shopping mall in the United States. 40,000 people come on the first day. Gruen's drawings covered 463 acres. Apartments, schools, a medical center, a park, a lake, a European civic plaza in the Minnesota snow. The developer built the box. Nothing else came. Malcolm Gladwell, writing in The New Yorker in March 2004, gave the mechanism its name, the Gruen transfer. The moment a shopper forgets what she came for. The purest living execution of it is not in Minnesota. The Wembley escalator deposits the shopper on the first floor. The first 15 paces hold nothing to buy. Paco Underhill called this the decompression zone. The eyes have not adjusted. The pace has not slowed. Nothing would land here, so nothing is placed here. She turns into the showroom, a dressed bedroom, a child's drawing taped to a pretend fridge, a reading lamp beside a book left open, face down, as if its owner had just stepped away. She is not comparing lamps, she is auditioning a life. An hour in, the path opens into the Swedish bistro. Meatballs, lingonberry, a coffee, €3. Comprod wrote it plainly in the IKEA Heritage Archive. Hungry customers buy less. Baumeister's work on decision fatigue is contested in the replication literature, but the practical observation survives. The shopper sits. The second hour begins restored. The warehouse waits downstairs, flat packs stacked in aisles numbered like streets. Shortcut doors exist between displays, unsigned, easy to miss. She lifts a box. In 2011, Michael Norton, Daniel Mochon, and Dan Ariely published a paper in the Journal of Consumer Psychology. Subjects paid 63% more for furniture they had assembled themselves. The paper's subtitle, When Labor Leads to Love. At the register, a cinnamon bun kiosk, warm sugar at the moment of payment. Her trolley holds 11 items. Her card still holds 3. None of this is an accident. Paco Underhill founded Envirocell in 1986 and spent the next 3 decades videotaping shoppers from ceiling cameras. Why We Buy, published by Simon & Schuster in 1999, is the field notes. The decompression zone came from the tapes, so did the butt brush effect. Women reliably abandoned narrow aisles the moment a stranger grazed them from behind. 70% of supermarket purchases, Underhill observed, were never on the list. Roy Baumeister's work on decision fatigue, beginning in 1998, gave the underlying cognition a name. 90 minutes of continuous micro-decisions erode the resource that governs the next decision. The replication literature has disputed the effect size. The floor data has not. A straight-line grocery releases its shopper in 18 minutes. An IKEA holds her for roughly 2 hours. One is designed to end, the other is designed to extend. The man who built the first enclosed mall came to understand what he had built. 1968, Gruen is 65. He closes the American chapter and returns with his fourth wife to Vienna. He lobbies the city to pedestrianize Konchna Strasse and the Graben. Parts of it happen. In 1972, Vienna gives him an architecture award. London, 1978. A professional audience, an industry lectern. Gruen takes the stage to speak about the thing he is most famous for having invented. He declines the paternity. "I am often called the father of the shopping mall," he says. "I would like to take this opportunity to disclaim paternity once and for all. I refuse to pay alimony to those bastard developments. They destroyed our cities." 2 years later, on February 14, 1980, he dies in Vienna. He is 76. By then, his office had designed more than 50 malls across the United States. The mechanism had crossed oceans. It was building itself. The system did not need him anymore. The Wembley Car Park. Just after 6, the sky above the North Circular is the color of wet slate. She loads 11 flat-pack boxes into the back of a small hatchback. The yellow bag, folded. The card, still in her coat pocket. The short pencil beside it. 3 items written in blue ink, 2 crossed out, 1 she will never remember. She does not know the name Victor Gruen. She does not know the word for what happened inside. Tonight, she will build a bookshelf. In a week, she will love it. The hatchback pulls away.